Mm-mm-mm. Ain't going home to you. So patience, Brendan. Patience, my friend. Patience. Um, I just got back from the gym. So I don't know what's going on, but I did miss this massive rip, it looks like. I probably would not have taken any of this bullshit, though. So I'll look for some trades here in a second. Still short my, what is it? Where is she? ENPH. And we're looking good, baby. Look at that. Down to 167. See where we're up on the position, real quick. So far, we are up $6 on the position. I'm up 357 on the day, though. In this small account. So again, just slowly trekking up. I think every day I'm up like 250 to 800 to 1,000 in this smaller account. So we're looking good. I'm watching SPY, NVIDIA, Tesla. Let's take a little review and see what we got going on. Let's go through the watch list, see if there's any setups. Tesla got a nice sell-off day. It looks like it's recovering a little bit, but not a lot of action there. Kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders popping off right now. Maybe get a nice little squeeze up to that VWAP at 266. Probably won't pay too much. Datadog getting annihilated. I was looking for that 105 break a while ago, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get it. Amazon, weird stock. I hate that stock, to be honest. NVIDIA, nice pull down to rip back up. Damn. Sheesh. This thing went all the way down to 420. Now it's back up to 431. Meta, this is another stock that I'm watching for the upside. Clearly, I missed that rip. But I do kind of like this. The breakdown bounce to 287. I doubt that I'll swing it, but it looks pretty good for a swing trade, honestly. Snow caught these downsides earlier. Reason for it, let's talk about it. Here's the uptrend. I saw it rip up during the day right here, and then I started seeing, let's just pretend like this bottom half wasn't here. Most of the time, all these candlesticks are consistent throughout, whether it's a 5-minute, 20-minute, or 5-minute, 30-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour, daily, whatever. So whenever you see a reversal trend like this and then it starts to bounce and then start to reverse, there's most likely going to be a new low from that most recent candlestick pattern if it breaks below this trend line. So I saw this test and break. Once I saw it break 180, I was all in for these puts and caught about a $3 move down. And it paid, I think it was like 130 a contract. I had a couple, I think I had 3 in the small account, 2 in the small account or something like that. And then 10x that in the large account. So that's usually how I trade in the morning. So you can usually guess that whatever I'm up or down in this, it's usually 10x in my other account. So I have not been having any Wi-Fi issues, so maybe we'll bring out the big guns here pretty soon. Crowd, wow, look at this thing. From 161 to 144, bottom of the Bollinger Band. Looks like I might test this 142. Did it get there? Oh, it already did. Interesting. You have really been in sync with Meta and Snow lately. Oh, they're just easy, you know. The setups are there. They're flying. Yesterday I took a little bit of a stop out on Meta, I think. Maybe not. I can't remember. No, I think I actually caught some downside. I got stopped out when I tried to play a bear flag right here. I did the same thing in the SPY earlier too. I was so close to making a shit ton of money in this account. I only bought 1 instead of 10, but I almost bought 10 in this account for this breakdown in the SPY today. I had SPX puts. Could have paid like $3,000. I was watching this right here, this run up, because there was a downtrend line that it was testing. As soon as it hit this, I was looking for the puts, and I didn't get executed, but it flushed right away to make a new low, and I would have made like 400 a contract. But let's now look at what we got going on for the rest of the day. We do have some moves, so we have a nice little uptrend right now. Looks like we could probably come back and retest it. Notice how this uptrend looks very similar to what I just showed you on Snowflake. Boom. Daily. uptrend. Probably going to see a little bit of a bounce, and then if it doesn't hold, then we're going to see that breakdown. So let's go back to the SPY real quick. That's usually the price action that we'll get, and we can basically time a trade based off of that. So let's go to the 5-minute. Boom, there's the uptrend. Probably going to see a nice little bounce around this 436.44, and it's either going to be, we're probably going to see a bounce for a second, which I'm probably not going to play. And then I'll play the direction that it goes. So if it engulfs this candle, I'll probably play calls for the new high. If it starts to go back and it sells off with a large upper wick, I'll play puts, scalp in, scalp out, we'll get out. So we're going to wait for this to set up. We're going to watch it chest this downtrend. Right now I'm in calls right now, but I could easily switch this to the put side, and I'd probably do put to the 4375. Let's see. Feels pretty strong. And the 4375s are 140. I might do 4380s. Yeah, these are cheap as hell. If we get any big sort of run, like $5 to $10 drop in the SPX, this could be huge. I want to keep an eye on waste management too, just because of how good those premiums are priced. Man, it dropped to 163. I'm always going to keep a hold on that one. Here's that bounce. We want to see the next candle bounce as well and then get sold off for this downside to work out. So these are the 4380s. Getting cheaper. Looks a little strong. The way we would take puts, the way that I would play this in terms of a risk management standpoint, is you're going to want to play it before it hits that downtrend, because you could quickly get stopped out if you have your stop loss, and if you enter right on that uptrend, because the uptrend is what's staying intact. So if you're going to play the breakdown, at least get in a little early, play the test, and then you can set your stop loss at break even or a little bit in profit. So if it breaks down entirely, you're up a good amount. If not, then you're either flat or up just a tiny bit. So still a great trade. It's just you got to manage your risk. Not every trade is going to be a home run. You're going to get stopped out over and over and over again. I get stopped out all the time, but my risk is so small that it doesn't matter. And I'll show you that in 1 second. So let's just analyze the SPY real quick. Here's the moment of truth, this 5-minute candle. Looks like it might be a bullish candle, but we'll see. 30-minute looks pretty good. 15-minute, can't really tell. It looks like it might be a good candle for the buy side. 1 hour will tell us a lot. 1 hour's got some room, but it did reject this 437. Pretty significant level. 4 hour. I would say it might have room up to 438, but maybe it's best to play this breakdown and buy it at this level. This could be a nice little bounce play underneath because of these two rejection points. So these puts are not paying that well. Just went from 250 to 295. I'm looking at calls. I kind of like this after a little bit more of a breakdown here. Based off of SPY. It's not breaking down easily, that's for sure. So let's look at the 30-minute, make sure we're looking good. Definitely not the best I've ever seen. Oh, guys. Tired as hell. Uptrend right here. Still yet to be broken. Getting tested a touch. There's a breakdown. More of a breakdown. I think I'm going to go for some calls here at 2. Oh, I missed it. Fuck, man. You guys saw that too. I'm trying to buy some calls because I think it's going to go now. Got the breakdown of the low, and now we're bouncing. How many times did I try to buy that? 3 separate times. 200, 205, and now at 250. Just got me in at 250, and now I feel like it's going to screw me. So I'm just in 1 right now. My stop loss will probably be like $50. Right at that $2 mark if it continues to break down. If it starts to go green, I will add to this. I don't want to add on a falling position. I'd rather add on a gaining position. But there is still level down to this 43620. If we can get this 15-minute or this 30-minute to turn around, I feel like there's still room to that 438 level. This does feel like a top. It's 437. But let me look at this 1 hour just quick. Could be a top-ish area, but there's a lot of resistance around this 437.75, so we may not have seen the highs just yet. So I'm only in 1 for now. We broke down a little bit, but bounced instantly. So it could be a nice little opportunity for us still. Get rid of that. So it's a little weak. I'm only down $10 on the trade. I really tried to get these at 200. That would have been real nice. But we're starting to lose some volume and some steam here. So if we lose 4,380 on the SPX, I probably would hop out. Really just want the bounce play, to be honest. But now it's starting to fall pretty heavily. And you can see the TTM squeeze go over here a little bit. So missed my initial entry. Probably would have sold that. Down about 40, down about 50. I'm going to see if there's a little bit of a bounce here. I still like this 30-minute chart. That's why I'm still holding this. Still holding ENPH, slowest play ever. Oh, yeah, it's slow as shit. You might get a real retest to get in. Still see a good amount of resistance around 437. Yeah. I mean, I really wanted to get in at 200. That would have been the best fill for me, but we'll see what happens here. Looks like we're losing that steam a little bit, but the 30 still looks pretty good to me. 15 does as well. Looks like it's just flagging a little bit. I would say below this 436.20 is where I would probably get out. Does look like a little bit of a top. I do have a call in 10 minutes, but I'm going to let this trade play out. It won't be the whole time, but I'm going to have to fade off for like probably 10, 15 minutes. Or I'll just fade in. I'm talking to a magician. I guess he wants some digital marketing. Once ENPH gets down to 160, that's when it'll start showing out a little bit. So I'm still in that swing. It's basically completely flat, even though it's down $3 today, but should pay out at some point. What I'm scared of is this downtrend retest breakdown, which is what's happening. Needs to get back above his 43650, or else I probably not in good hands. I absolutely hate afternoon trading. It's too slow, but it's still a good trade, regardless. And I still haven't added in yet, but I'm looking to. It's the theta that gets us every time. If we go in the money, though, these contracts will be worth right around 440 each. So it's a good trade. It'd be about 220 a contract. If I buy a couple more of these here, could be real good. I'm about to buy one more. All right, I'm averaging up. I'm in at 260. I just got two of them. I'm looking for this rip up towards this high. Now that this is engulfing, I got this little hammer candle. It needs to stay up here. Got about 2 minutes for it to close, but hopefully it's a nice little green dildo and we can run right up. So I'm up 432 on the day, 15% on the trade, 20% on the trade, about 95 bucks on the small account, $50 a contract. Would love to see a little bit more steam here. Now that we got this bullish engulfing, I feel like we could test that high of the day part. This would be about $400 each. Be about 140, it'd be 280 in a trade. So I'm up 90. Could trim one if I wanted to. Around 300. I think I might do that because it is so damn slow. So then I can have a risk-free trade and see if I can make an extra couple bucks. So I'm down. I'm at 1, locking in 40. The small account freaks me out a little bit. And I hate when it slows down like this. But I'm going to set my stop at 265, so it'll be flat trade. So I'll lock in that $40. Now we're up to 340. It's nice. Here's a push. Hopefully you guys are following along. I'm going to set this at 280. I'm going to set this at 310. I'm going to cash it, probably make that $100 and move on to the next trade. So now we're up about 400, 437. Small count. This thing is just slowly growing, man. It's great. How did you do in the morning session? Great. I'm up about 3,400 on my other account. Just for trading for 40 minutes. Just caught Snowflake and Netflix puts, that's all. But locked in the gains. I haven't traded yet today. I missed UCAR. But I want to trade it now. I don't even know what that is. If it's a penny stock, I'm going to run away. Oh, this garbage ass shit. I don't know why people trade stuff like this. There's no volume. What the fuck is this? Shares, maybe? 5 to 454. Not my style, guys. Not my style. How's Tesla doing? SPY. It kind of feels like it's a little bit of a top to me. The fact that it didn't just go right through. I'm going to utilize this as the next push. So this is the 15. This is the 30. It could be a good trade, honestly, again. I sold them at 3. It's back at 260. I don't want to give up the gains. Now they're up at 432 on the day. I would like to have a $500 day, which we will still do. NVIDIA is still going. This stock is ridiculous, man. I'm probably not going to trade this just because the premiums are so high, but you're right. This thing is still going. Looks like it's going for that 450. And that was a great sell on the SPY. And I cannot stress this enough. When you're trading, you might not get a home run every time. I made $100 in 5 minutes by trading 2. I made $100. I risked 500? Risked 500, made $100, made 20%. Great trade. 20% is great. Small account, those gains add up. I just added an additional $100, $432 a day is over $100K a year if I can consistently do that, which is exactly what I'm trying to do with you guys on live with this small account. I do this for maybe an hour, and it really just kind of compounds over time. So the biggest thing that I can stress when you're trading is when you take something, make sure you have your stop loss, and as it goes your way, follow it. Follow it the entire time, almost like a trailing stop for you. So if it does start to pull back a little bit, you don't lose out on the gains. I'd be down about $150 right now if I held it. So once it goes your way, just follow it up. You can't just predict the prices, right? And if it pulls back and it stops you out and you miss out on some gains, then that's the name of the game. But I'd rather get stopped out in profit than not have a stop at all and lose all my gains and take a loss. So that's not how you build an account. That's the best way to trade. That's my personal um, trading strategy. You don't have to do it, obviously, but telling you guys, it changed everything. That and withdrawing profits. Anytime you're up a certain amount of money, take it out, put it in your bank account, put it somewhere else. Don't keep it in your trading account. You don't need to just continually climb your trading account, or else what's the point? You're just going to risk more, and on those lost days, you're going to lose more. So I keep a consistent price in my large account all the time. And this small account, I take it out all the time and I just put it in a different account, whether it's a long term trading, a dividend, a retirement account. Maybe I'm putting it in a real estate fund that I'm doing right now. So those are all great. Can you please check AMD? I have 112 puts. Oh no, dude. Oh, dude, you're fucked, man. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. This just looks way too slow. I would not be in this at all. I don't know when your expiration is, but to me, this is a double bottom on the 15-minute chart. When you're in a trade, I don't know what time frames you look at, but make sure you look at all of them. So 15-minute chart looks like a double bottom. 30-minute chart looks like a reversal. Looks like it's still got some steam to the upside. And then we got 1 hour over here. Same thing. Looks like it was trying to bottom out. So you can tell when it's going to go lower off of this. I probably would have taken puts off this because I thought it would go lower a little bit. But the fact that it bounced, I'd be out. So maybe you took it right here because this looks pretty good on the 1 hour for some more downside, but something happened where it just completely bounced. And now I would get out. But that's why I always have a stop loss. So things go against you all the time. So when I have a stop loss and it goes against me, I don't get hurt as bad as I would if I didn't. You know, if like I bought that and go made some eggs, I'd be screwed. Also, I have a call with a magician in 1 minute, so my screen's gonna go black, and I'm gonna mute myself. But let's see if we can make some magic happen. He just wants marketing. I don't know what his deal is, but I'll be back in like 15, maybe 10. But I am gonna probably trade one more thing because I see something on the SPY cooking up. I see a 438 level and I see a 435 level, so could be another good trade coming up here in a second. And I may have a swing trade, but don't get your hopes up. All right, be right back. All right, we're back. We are back. That was crazy. Anyways, I don't know if you guys even heard that. Hopefully not, but maybe you just listened to a sales call. That is how you land a client, my friends. I don't know if it was on or not, but Meta. I saw this breakdown while I was away, so I'm pretty pissed off that I didn't take any puts, but I was locked in. Damn, this thing went crazy. Wow. I know those puts printed too. 4370, these went insane. No way, man. I would have taken these 4375s. I missed out on a big ass move, didn't I? Oh, these went up 1,000%. The one time I take a call during this time. Mm-mm. Mm. Wow, I missed out, didn't I? Fuck. All right. Well, we still have room down to this 434.40, so that gives us about another $6 move. So if we push this down to like 665, 4365. Oh, dude, get the hell out of here. I can put this. Oh, we're dying right now. I don't want to chase this at the end of the day. I might wait for a little bit of a bounce. Trading one opportunity for another, 'tis life. Yeah. I probably made more on that call than I would with this. Actually, fuck, I don't know. This thing is cooking down. Is this gonna go low of the day? 3:39. We got 20 minutes to go to this low of the day mark. I think it's gonna happen too. Was that 40 cents? This thing just went ballistic. The hard thing about this is like you just never know when it's gonna bounce. So I don't want to just like that. Like I don't want that to happen to me. There's so much volume, especially the last 20 minutes. So it's at 195 now. 165. Probably gonna get a green candle here. Oh, I just tried to buy one at 180. I just got one at 180. I'm gonna stop myself out at like 125 though. I wouldn't follow this trade because it looks like it's about to turn around. So I'm just gonna stop myself out pretty early. I'm gonna get out right here. 125. Yeah, it's gone. Give it 1 second. I think that it might end up bouncing. Give me 1 second. 389. Lost about $60 on that. But this does look like it might go low of the day, so I'm gonna be very careful on this real quick. Let this bounce for a second. 1530. I'm gonna go to the 4375s, I think. See how much these are. They're 600. I'm gonna stay away from those. I'm gonna go 700 probably. They're 270. That looks like a reversal trade. I hate that. I'm gonna go one more at 275 here. These are always hard to play because they tank so fast. I'm gonna put my stop at like 205, I think, or 210. So I would lose another 60, probably about $120 all in. Just looking for one pushback. I don't know if we're gonna get it or not. I was looking for that low of the day. Probably not gonna get it. I'm gonna push this up to 220, so I only lose $50. Yeah, it's too strong. Too strong. I'm gonna stop chasing it, but still up 330 on the day, so it's not bad at all. Lost about 120 on that. So you got to keep your stops small, but there is opportunity for the downside, I think. Still, where did we bounce? Right here. 15, 30. I play with my profits at the end of the day, so I'm not too upset if I take these like one contract losses, 4370s. 4370 is 255. It feels like it's gonna reverse a little. It's a nice little hammer candle, bottom Bollinger Band. This VWAP is what's scary though. I might go one more to the call side here. Looks like there's a lot of volume trying to reverse this. but we have not hit this low. If we hit this low, these contracts will print on the downside. Does kind of feel like it's topping out though. It might shop. Stop at 40. What are your thoughts on swinging Tesla 270 calls? I don't really know if I like Tesla, honestly. I think that it's got some major downside to play with still. Yeah, that's an engulfing red can. I would never, actually. Sorry. I would never do that. I would probably wait till it got down to like this 244. My biggest trade for Tesla will be this gap fill down, 244 to 235. I'm going to slam that when it gets down there. But until then, I'm staying away. Got to play the levels. Yeah, I don't know what this thing is doing right now. It's losing steam. I cannot believe I missed that entire drop. And still gave back 115 bucks. I wonder if we can make this 437 happen. It's hard for me to read because there's so little time to play with these. $250. Oh yeah, this is weak. Man. If it goes below this 4315, I'm going to take some puts for that low of the day. Excuse me. I swallowed something chunky. I don't know how I feel, guys. I'm probably going to stay away. I was thinking about taking one gamble because you know how these things go. It looks strong to the upside. I can't lie. I think this might be a dud. I'm mad at myself for giving back a little bit, but not much you can do. Let me take a look at this daily real quick. See if I even want to risk one more trade. I don't think I do. Got the reversal indicator popping off right now. It's up to 280, 310. That would have been a good trade. Damn. To the upside. Doesn't look like the downside wants to be tested. Maybe I'll take this VWAP rejection. Looks pretty strong though. This 15-minute candle. Maybe a squeeze back up to 436. Let's see. I'm going to take a quick gamble on this. going to be $120, and I'm going to lose $30 on it. 90 is my stop. If it goes above VWAP, I'm out 30. I'll be up 300 on the day. If it starts to reverse and goes this low of the day mark, I'd be lit. But you see that every time it pops off, there's another buy candle. That's always showing me that there's some strength here. I'm just going to use this VWAP as a rejection. I'm up 30, up 50 on one. If this starts going red down to this level at 435, I'm going to add like 20 of these. All right, my stop is at 100, so I'll lose 25. Currently up 25. I'd like to see a breakdown. Up 30. Going above 435.50 is pretty crazy, especially on this bear flag situation going on right now. Feels like it's weak. I don't know why we would have a rally at the end of the day, but now theta's just getting to me. All right, I'm locking it out. Down 20. So I'm up 300 on the day. Once it stops me out. Still up 300, playing with profits. Not much I could do. End of day, I missed that big move. It looks like it's trying to squeeze up a little bit. Wasn't enough volume at the end of the day. Made one good trade, but gave it all back. So just right around that $300 mark that I was at. Would like this rejection. It's still in, but seems to be like VWAP is kind of like a magnet right now. So once it gets one buy at that 435.50, it's gonna stop me out. There it goes. Got me. We're right back to 122. What the fuck? That's crazy. Ah, damn, they got me. They got me. I tried to be risky there. Up 237. All right, I'm cashing it. I'm calling it. This is all bullshit. It's just bullshit movements. It's only moving 20 cents at a time. But that's all I got. It wasn't a good end of day, but catch me in Kush's channel again tomorrow. I'm watching for some downside again, but I don't see any really good setups just yet. I kind of like Snow downside. Let me see. I like the more downside here to 170, so I'll watch that for tomorrow. Meta, I feel like, is going to be another banger. This thing could either collapse or break out to 290. So I'm watching that, and I'm also watching that NVIDIA 450 level. With this candlestick, we could start sprinting. So I think tomorrow's Thursday. Thursdays are always a really good day. I'm pissed that I'm only up 237. I gave away $200, but what you going to do? I think that I will probably stay away from the SPX after 340. I should do that anyway. I don't know why I didn't. But tomorrow, the SPY could have a really good day on the green side. There's room down to this 433.26. If we bounce at that level, we could see nice run back up to like 440. So it could be a good green day. I think a lot of people are calling for some downside, but lower volume on these trades that are going almost nowhere. I kind of like the call side tomorrow, so I might play some SPX, hold it for tomorrow pretty early on, and see if I can make a 10 grand day. Looks like the SPX is cooking, but I'll signal all of that stuff on Kush's channel in the morning. Weird ass day, but if you did catch the snowflake puts this morning, I made about 2 grand off of that, and in the small account obviously made a little bit, but had a nice drop off after this swing down. Usually if you see a reversal like this and then a nice upper wick, you get some downside breaking. But all right, guys, I'm going to pop out. I got some other calls I got to get to. Been a pretty busy day for me, so I will talk to you guys very soon.